Who am I? This is a question that I get quite often. Well, it doesn't actually come in that way, who am I? But it comes more in that I feel that I'm kind of an imposter. I feel I'm not as real the way I portray myself. I'm not really authentic. I don't really know enough. I am fake. There is a fancy name for this, and it might be imposter syndrome, where we feel we don't really know enough and we're kind of faking it to be making it. It's just that we never made it, so we're always faking it. It's a bit like we feel we're always being judged, and we might just make a mistake and then all will be revealed and everyone will know that we're fake. Well, it's a thing called locus of control, and that is either we are controlling ourselves from an internal source, or our control of who we are is coming from an outside source. And it's kind of like this. If we do things that are really successful, then we tend to give the credit to the outside. Either, well, it was too easy and so I managed to pass that exam. Or, well, they don't really know the real me, so, I'm pretty successful and I get away with it. And so on and so forth. But when things go wrong, or they don't quite go as expected, then we take the blame. So then it's about me. Oh, I'm stupid. I don't know how to do these things. I didn't study enough. I'm not brainy enough. I'm not charismatic enough. I'm not anything enough. Fill in as you wish. Well, we can look upon ourselves as two different perspectives. One is I am a container, and there are things inside this container. Now, if I focus in on the things that are in the container, then I will see myself as a man or a woman, as a brother or a sister, as a teacher or a joiner, as a lawyer or a carpenter, or as an unemployed person, or as a stupid person, or as a capable person, a not capable person, a nice person, a not nice person, whatever it is. That's the things that are inside this box, inside the container. And sometimes these things can change, and sometimes these things can go not quite according to plan. And so I will feel that I'm being swayed left, right all the time. Or we can look upon ourselves as the container itself. I mean, do you have sometimes difficult thoughts? Yes. So who's observing those thoughts? Do you sometimes have uncomfortable feelings and sensations? Who's observing that? Who's observing that is the authentic self, is the container of the self. Because if you can observe it, then you're not it. You're distanced from it. So if we're more mindful of that observing self, that self that sees the thoughts but is not the thoughts, that self that observes the emotions but is not the emotions, that self that experiences these sensations but is not these sensations. And so we get into a more core self, a more authentic self. So let's be mindful of who I really am. I am an observer in my life. I am the authentic self that sees behind the eyes that look out. And if we consider that, we might find that it's that self that we remember all through our childhood, all through our adolescence, and up until our adulthood. It's that self that says, I still feel like I'm younger. I feel like I haven't changed. But yet when we look in the mirror or we look at our accomplishments, things have changed all the time. So let's be mindful of our authentic self, our observing self, as the container of the things that are in our life. Thank you for listening. If you want to get on this journey with me into prevention, into mental fitness, into psychological flexibility, please like, share, tag, love, comment, email, whatever it is you need to do to share this, to get everyone on board, to let's make a nurturing revolution in this world, bring compassion to this world, bring prevention of all sorts of mental health situations where we can have a higher quality of life and live with ourselves for who we are. I am who I am. See you in the next video.